Hey Tjerk, how are you doing?
Very good, and you?
Here's your coffee.
Thank you.
Very good, thanks
Great
for...
service, I like that.
Yeah. Thanks for making the time. Yeah, so
I got plenty of it now, so I'm here to help you.
By the way, that's a key question I have. Yeah, what makes you decide to retire already?
You know, so this was my goal in life was always to retire at 55. Obviously, being almost 60, I failed.
Yeah, so you missed the
So
target.
what happened is I was pretty much retired when Corbion called, and I just couldn't pass it up. It was too great of an opportunity.
So looking backward, what makes you most proud of? I mean, during these years at Corbion.
You know, really that we were able to put together this great company. I think when I joined, we had just separated from CSM. We really were two different companies, Caravan and Tjerk, where we stand today. I think we have a great ingredient company based on a very strong core of sustainability. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of pride in the company, and I think the market recognizes it, and that's really the thing that made me very proud.
So what is the thing you're going to miss the most here when you look at the company, when you look at Corbion?
For sure, the people. I think this has been a great crowd to work with. Mm-hmm. I think what gives me a lot of energy. It's really working in a global team, and I think as you will learn, Corbion is a tremendously innovative company. Yeah. It is a company where people have a can-do attitude, and I think it's those two, that curiosity, the can-do attitude, the teamwork, that really makes this a special place, and it's pretty infectious, and I'm sure you'll find out.
Yeah, and I could already feel, quite a lot of that. Yeah.
Yeah, you had an opportunity to travel around a little bit.
So that's something you just feel. Yeah.
Okay, but so why did you join Corbion?
Oh, for me, first of all, when I know the ingredient space for a while, as we all do, and Corbion is that company that is standing for some values I really, I share and close to my heart. When you speak about sustainability, it's something that is real in this company, and you can see that with how it is being translated in the day-to-day, in the investments, in what the people do, and that is a big thing because it's I think something that is right to fight for, stand up for, and for me that is really what attracted me. Next to the fact that I see the growth potential.
I have another interesting question for you.
Yeah.
So I've got quite a few questions. So what does it mean to bring a Frenchman on the executive committee? And as you heard, we even got some of those questions from our investors. But more importantly, I was very pleased because we are an international company. Mm-hmm. We should have a broad representation. But how do you look at that?
Actually, it's an interesting question because pretty early on when I went out of university, I started work for a Belgian, company in the heart of Flanders. Yeah, so it was really an environment where I didn't speak the language. I was the first expat at the time, and you have to think back, 30 years ago. It was a great fun for me because, of course, just discovering culture, also discovering how the French were perceived abroad, although Belgium is pretty close. But then I moved a lot. Actually, I never worked in France except the last 5 years for Naturex. But I spent 30 years abroad, and I think it gives you really a lot of openness on the different cultures, sensitivity, way of doing business, but also. As we are, mostly also in the food business, you learn a lot about the food habits and the culture around food. So that has been a kind of main line on my career to discover people, country. So I'm French, but I have spent 30 years outside France. But I've made already a fantastic effort to adapt to the local habits. I bought a second-hand bike, on my first week. Yeah, so. I'm really on it now. I need your advice because they all told me it's going to be stolen within a few weeks, days. So what is the best advice to keep my brand new second-hand bike in Amsterdam? Yeah,
the best advice would have been not to buy a brand new second-hand. Okay. Make it rusty.
Okay.
Yeah? So what do you do in your private time?
Actually, there are two major things that drives my private agenda. One is. I have a big family, so we have 6 kids with my wife. So we are remarried 10 years ago. So it keeps us extremely busy because, it's, again, a wide range.
Right.
So that's, the priority. Right now, we still have, teenagers that needs a lot of attention and support and also do stuff together. And the second is we exercise a lot because, so first of all, my wife is really crazy about sports and any kind of sport. So she grasped me on everything. So I started to run marathon, because of her. And
to keep up.
To keep up. And also, to stay in shape because, with this type of job, you are sitting a lot, you are eating a lot, so if you don't take care. And then quickly I found it's a way to get the energy level really high because when you take care of your body, it's good for your energy, you sleep better, your mental health. I think I'm done with my questions.
You're done with your questions?
So, almost.
That's it. I have a whole stack, so I'll go sit back and you start working.
Well, I have a wild one.
The free. He didn't give me the free questions.
So,
okay. Here, put on that seatbelt. What is the one promise the colleagues of Corbion can count on? What you stand for as a leader?
Oh, I think this is very important. I would stand for primarily the care value because I think, as I told before, it's all start there because starting to care about each other in a company is a base to start caring about our shareholders, about our customers, and it all goes together. So we discussed at length about safety. So this is something I will never compromise on. In having that value as the core, driving everything we do. Because I do not believe that you can build a sustainable business without that one. So that I will make sure that I'm a very strong gatekeeper on that.
Innovation is a key pillar of what Corbion drives. What makes innovation successful for you?
Couple of things. I think we have to be open to look at what's going on outside because I'm a strong believer in open innovation. There is so much you can do yourself. If you look to what's available in-house, obviously it's very important, but out there is even a lot more. So it's about how do we stimulate open collaboration, innovation. The other thing is, having some new to the world projects, as we've had, recently as well, is pretty important if we want to make a huge impact tomorrow. So and I think we took some risk. PLA was one, and hopefully it's turning into the right direction. And that's the only way we're going to make a great impact in what we stand for, as we say. In that case, better sustainable, plastic.
If you could have a dream, where would Corbion be 5 years from now?
I think a more consistent business, we would have delivered, year-on-year growth. That would be, something that is intrinsically into the DNA of the company that basically, delivering budget wouldn't be enough. We would, over-deliver on budget every year. And we would have been able to prove that, we are one of these company that is not only delivering growth, but delivering growth in a sustainable way. So in line with our values. So I would say if we can do that, we would have made a big step. So in terms of demonstrating that our model is really sustainable for long terms and that we have a bright future together.